Hi everyone, this is Ben. I thought I would try something a little different today, kind of in a similar vein to my pack opening videos. I thought I would do. I bought a Gundam, and I thought it'd be fun to try and build that. So that's what we're gonna do. So I got a big box of stuff. I guess we'll take it out. Let's see, are these labeled at all? I mean, they're labeled on the things. All right. We have some instructions here. I've built one of these before. I actually had the wonderful opportunity to actually go to Japan. I guess I should just like open all these bags first. So yeah, I had the opportunity to go to Japan a while back. This past summer. Which was really, really, truly amazing. While I was there, I happened to stop at the Gundam store, just like a hobby shop. I think it was like official. We gotta do stickers. And I got a Gundam there. This guy right here. I could probably look up what it is, but it was like a beginner grade, so I just had to snap stuff and put it together. It was still fun though. I thought for my second one I would try something a little more advanced, so I got like these. I'm gonna have to actually cut the pieces off, so I got this little tool here that will be useful for that. Let us see. So this is A. So I'll probably need A first. No. Okay, so that's F. This is F. What do I need for this first step? F, C, and PC. Which according to this, like PC? PC. No, that's like the little, that's this little gray one here. Holy crinkle. Oh. Yet again, I am in need of scissors, and I do not have any scissors. Alright, here we go. So that's PC. And what else do we need? C, which is this blue one right here. Alrighty. Cool beans. So first, we're gonna need F8. So that would be this guy right here. I need to look at the instructions though for how to use this. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then I can trim off the excess plastic. All right, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, that's one piece. Okay, this is gonna take a bit. I need PC for 2 of them. This isn't as satisfying as I thought it would be. I thought it would have a big like snap like the other one. But alas, no snap. Okay. I'm gonna change this because I'm trying to see what I'm doing, but I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now, according to these instructions, these are gonna go in here. Somehow. Oh, I think I took the wrong. This piece is wrong. And F8. Oh yeah, I took F7. I was confused. No wonder it's not working. So just gotta grab this piece. Alright. I'm not sure exactly what to talk about, since this will probably be a longer video. But I thought we could just kind of chill. Chill and make a model. Because why not? Alright, so this is going to go in there. My fingers are not nimble enough. Okay. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be like a little gap. I'm sorry if I'm not, you can't see what I'm doing. I want to like put it up against my face, which is right next to the microphone, but like I need it to be down here. I guess I could talk about my visit to Japan. Like I said, it was this past summer. Really quite an amazing experience. I just need to grab a part. C3 and C2. Okay. Yeah, it was with my school. It was technically a class I took. As is probably evident by many of the videos on my channel. I'm very passionate about games, and I want to be a professional game designer. So I took a game design degree at a college that will not be named. But they had a game design program, which was pretty good. The class I took, so it was a combination of, Japan is really well known for its gaming. Like, Nintendo is there, Sega's there, Bandai, everybody's in Japan except for like Bethesda. That sounds really ignorant, but a lot of huge companies are in Japan. So obviously that's a big part of uh, things there. So the class was kind of half, this is a game design class, and let's learn about games in Japan. And part of it was just like understanding and experiencing Japanese culture, which is pretty cool. I like anime and stuff, which is also going to sound like I'm really ignorant of the many complexities of Japanese culture. Uh, which I suppose as a foreigner I am to some degree, but I'd like to think I know a little bit more, maybe. Okay, so this was C3. My fingers are much too big for this. We did it though. Now this slots into here, and then this guy. There we go. Look at that. Easy. What was I saying? Totally got off the rails. Okay, need this little guy here. Okay, so I have no idea what I was saying, but Japan, I went for 2 weeks. Went to Tokyo, went to, I don't know why I'm blanking on the names. Tokyo. I went to Osaka, I think. I'm bad at this. I'm not a pro. I need A. Anyway, super cool. Super cool. I want to go back. I did some cool stuff. I went to some Japanese game companies, which I don't think I can name because I signed an NDA. But they were cool. I went to a couple different ones. Four. Had a lot of food, and I did not have one bad meal there. It was really great. Um, Tough if you don't like or have an allergy against fish, though. Basically everything has fish in it. Uh, Whether it's like dried fish or the broth is made from fish. I had sushi, which was really delicious. I went to like a fish market, a little hole in the wall kind of sushi bar. It's probably the best sushi I'll have in my life, honestly. Um, Pretty delicious. Although there was one, it was squid, which I'd never had squid before, and I was not prepared for the texture. I thought it would be like gelatinous, but it's tough, which is knowing that squids are little jelly guys that swim around. I was not prepared for, and if it wasn't for a cup of miso soup they provided, I don't think I could have kept it down. But besides that, everything there was pretty good. I had fatty tuna, which is, I think, what they say is one of the best. Yeah, that was pretty good. F6. Here it is. Had a lot of ramen. Went to one of those ramen restaurants where like the gimmick is you don't need to speak a word. You to order, you like fill out a card, and anytime you need to like communicate with someone, they have like little plaques there that you use, saying, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom." you know, you pay up front, so when you're done, you simply leave. Ah, this one's being annoying. Come on. You can do it. How does this even work? It's like... Alright, there we go. And this gets inserted right in the middle here. Okay, this doesn't quite fit snugly. You see there's a little gap here. Hopefully that's intended. Yeah, because there's like this little gray piece is like a pivot. So you like it can go up and down. Presumably it's like intended that it can, fingers crossed. Okay. That's the chest. Okay. Head. Oh, I need a sticker. How the hell do I do that? I guess I'll get tweezers? Alright, I found some like really tiny tweezers. Come on. Alright, this is very delicate. But yeah, this camera is way blurrier than I thought it was. But anyway, it's there. Somehow I did it. Somehow. And now I'm going to do the red face. So I need F2. You know, I know right now I have no audience, but whoever out there stumbles upon this video and has been watching it for this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you have any feedback for me other than like, you know, I need a better camera, better lighting, better everything. But this, I mean, this is the hobby right now. I got other things in the works, game related and not. D1. Yeah, you should check out my other channels. You know, this one has been the most active, but on just the Ben Hunsaker channel, I'm going to be starting to post some like behind the scenes devlog stuff for my games. On SI, I've been thinking about picking that back up, seeing what I can do with my years of editing experience, and there's a fourth channel there, or will be eventually there, that I'm excited about. I'll be sure to feature it there when it is ready to be shown to the world. But yeah, keep an eye on that space, I suppose. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of in the post-college, I don't know what the hell I'm doing phase right now, but I'm slowly figuring things out. Oh, not another damn sticker. Okay, I need F1. And this definitely takes, I mean, this is already kind of a tedious process, but when you have to cut everything out, it definitely takes much longer. And then, like, trim the excess plastic. It is kind of cathartic, though. Kind of relaxing. Do you see how tiny this piece is? Like, compare that to my fingernail. This is so tiny. And I need to put an even tinier sticker on top of it. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I need to, there are these 3 blue dots here. I need to put one of them on this freaking piece. I did the wrong sticker. I thought they were identical, but they're not. Oh, this is so difficult. All right, there we go. That looks right. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now I need A2. All right, look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's the head and the body done. Now the right arm. Oh boy. You know, I'm gonna accept that this isn't gonna have any kind of concrete anything. So I'm just gonna keep rambling about stuff I'm interested in. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately. You know, my family has always been a Star Trek family. Uh, okay, I'll talk about Star Trek for a bit. You don't have to twist my arm. Yeah, we've always been a kind of a Star Trek family. My father kind of introduced me to the original series, you know, long time ago when I was young and thought, whatever. Even today, I mean, I appreciate the original series, but it doesn't do a whole ton for me. I think I probably at that point had a couple random next gen episodes, whatever. But probably when I was like 12 or 13, I watched Deep Space Nine with my family, which is probably still my favorite series. I'm doing a rewatch of it. Uh, you know, I've been doing a rewatch of it lately, and it's as good as I remember it being. The characters are really great. Benjamin Sisko. That's a pretty good name. Yeah, Deep Space Nine was my first one that was like, oh damn, this is actually really good. Um, I think then later on I watched Voyager, which I freaking hated Janeway for like the first whole season because she just I got she's got like the nasally like voice and it just I did not like her at all. But second season, third season, she gets way softer. Uh, I start to really like her. Voyagers is up there for one of my favorite TV shows as well. Then I finally went back and gave Next Gen a try, which that's pretty good too. Yeah, fun time. Would recommend. I mean, they're all pretty close to me. Deep Space Nine is probably my favorite. I would recommend any of them though, really. All right. Hopefully this is in the way it's supposed to be. A7. So yeah. I gave Enterprise a try as well. Um, I watched probably like 2.5 seasons. It just did not get good, which makes sense when it was canceled after 4, when everything else has gone for much longer, excluding the very originals. So I understand why it got canceled. It's 100%. As for like new Star Trek Discovery, I watched. I didn't really like the first season honestly, but it's grown on me immensely. I really like it. You know, it's very different from the pre like my three favorites, but it's doing something different. It's the Michael Burnham show, but it's still good. It's got some good characters. D1. Picard, I watched. I mean, I think it, like with Discovery, it got better as it went. First season was but the third season was pretty good. Strange New Worlds, which right from the first season, I really, really like. Looking forward to that season 2, very much so. Prodigy, I've watched like the first half of the season. Then I was watching it very slowly, but it got pulled off of Paramount Plus for some reason. But now it's back on Netflix, so I'm gonna pick that up. I thought it was decent. It's definitely a kid show, and I'm not a kid, so I'm not really made for me, and it's very obvious. But you know, it's still okay. It's got like some of the Voyager cast, Janeway, Chakotay. That's really is what keeping me there. Otherwise, I'd probably skip it. Lower Decks is a little more rough. I've only watched the first couple episodes, and it's fine. Okay, yeah, just making sure I did things right. So it's supposed to bend that way. It sure is slow going, but it's fun. I need F4 and F5. I watched all the movies too. The reboot Kelvin stuff doesn't really do much for me, but the next gen movies don't really do a whole lot for me. I'll accept Generations. Seeing Kirk and Picard together is pretty cool. Even though I don't absolutely love Kirk. Yeah, Star Trek is one of my favorite franchises. Probably. Really enjoy it. So give Deep Space Nine a watch if you haven't. G1 4. Yeah, so that's been my big like sci-fi franchise for since I was just a kid. I've always been kind of curious about Doctor Who. So probably 9 months back or so, like last summer, I started watching it. Or actually, probably like 10 years ago, I gave the new series a try. Watched like the first series, couldn't really get that into it. But, a friend of mine is a huge Doctor Who fan. So I watched like I think Blink with him. Pretty iconic episode, which is pretty good. And yeah, so like last summer, because I'm freaking crazy, I probably have like undiagnosed OCD. I gotta start at the beginning, not with Rose, not with the new series, but like with the 1960s black and white stuff. So I did, starting with the first Doctor and the Unearthly Child. That's what I've been doing. Just a short time, like 2 weeks ago, I finally got to the color because I've been taking it slow. I've been taking breaks. And it's exciting to be in the color. And it may or may not have something to do with the fourth channel that I mentioned. So keep an eye out. I think I can't really make any kind of assertions about the third Doctor, but I think my favorite so far is the second. He's really fun. Okay, look at that. I feel like I have so much space here that I'm not utilizing. Maybe if I kind of hunch a little bit, that'll be better. Alright, I need D1. D1, 1, and 2. Yeah, I'm a big book reader. I started reading a Doctor Who novel the other day with the second Doctor because she's my favorite so far, and I want more. It's The Murder Games by I think it's Steve Lyons. Pretty good so far. I'm only like 60 pages in, but yeah, I've been kind of looking ahead to like novels and comics and Big Finish audio, which is interesting, but also kind of daunting because I got OCD brain and I need to do everything there is in order, in the order it came out, you know, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? I really hope I didn't mess up this joint here. I can see I did not because you're not gonna be able to see. But I'm good. I'm a pro gamer. Did I tell you I'm a gamer? I game. What have I been gaming? Oh, how kind of you to ask. Uh, lately I've been like addicted to Destiny 2, which, what can you do? I've played the Halo games before. Uh, Halo's pretty fun. I played Destiny 2 kind of when it came out, way back when. When when it came out on PC, I should say, which was pretty early. I don't think it was right away, but fairly early. I played the base game. I played Curse of Osiris and Warmind. I think I finished Forsaken, and then I just stopped. But I picked it back up, not like at the end of the season of The Witch. Got all the expansions, so it's been fun to kind of go through all the campaigns. Now I'm done with all the campaigns, and now it's just like grinding, which isn't as fun, but I can enjoy a good grind. So that's been fun. They really do incentivize you to, you gotta play every day. I have to choose what hand I want. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna do this bottom one that says right here. So that's A10. All right, and I need A12 and A14. Alrighty, that's that. And then stick that in there. I think I did not have it the right way. I mean, it looks like it's the right one. Oh, hold the phone. I put this piece on backwards. Okay, Jesus. Now that'll go the right way. There we go. So now it's bendable, in the right direction. That's one arm. Oh boy. Left arm time. So I need A16 and PC11 and PC5. This is going to be a long video, but if you're still here, I appreciate you going on this journey with me. Yeah. If you can't tell, I feel like I've run out of conversation topics. But that's okay. We can just be here together. Right? Now we're turning the page. Alrighty. A6 and 5. Alright, what's something else we can talk about? Oh, I know what I can talk about. Yeah, some of my game projects. I got a couple in the works. Let's see. First, I'll tell you about MINDJUMP. It started as like a class assignment for my narrative design class in college. 2 upcoming games started as that. If you want to see what I did for that, that is on my, you can go to my website, which will be in my, probably, I'll throw it in the description here, a direct link to MindJump. Yeah, it's pretty basic, like secret agent who can send his consciousness to other timelines and use that to solve puzzles. I was kind of rushed the first time around, so I want to do a new version of it that really expands and plays with that idea. Heavily inspired by the Zero Escape series, which all of you should go play. 3 wonderful games. Two is my favorite. The project was written in Twine, the class project. Now I'm doing a full Unity version, still kind of text based, but with some like graphical elements. If you go to my second channel, Ben Hunsaker, you can see a preview of the system for transferring knowledge across different timelines that I've been working on, which I think is pretty cool. And now that project is one of a kind of meta series that I've been working on, my own world, and that is called Middleworld. It also started as a class assignment, and over the last couple years, I've been gradually expanding on it, sometimes retroactively, adding games and stories that I worked on into that mythos. Yeah, there's a kind of, at this point I'm saying it's not canon, but you can play a version. It's called Chapter 1, which is not totally dissimilar to what the full game will be, at least the beginning of the full game. I'll throw a link to that in the description as well. But yeah, the concept for Middleworld is takes place in the titular Middleworld, which is this nexus of all realities. And there are different realities that exist around it, and people and objects from those realities can, when they are considered lost or forgotten, something like that. I need to work out the details still. They enter Middleworld. It's kind of the explanation for like things that you've misplaced and never find again. Those things end up in Middleworld, which I always think is a cool concept when you can kind of explain a real life phenomena with a fictitious thing. So yeah, I'm working on a full version of that. But because it's a multiverse, a lot of the things, stories I've written, games I've made take place in that universe. And on my website is a little diagram that shows how everything is connected, which is pretty cool, I think. So yeah, that's something I've kind of been slacking, but I am still very passionate about it. and it is still in the works. I don't have any previews for the full game, but you can still kind of get a sense of things by playing Chapter 1. Okay, that's another arm. Now, time to put it together. Look at that. Progress. Okay. So I need to do this next bit twice. So F18 and A35. There we go. How y'all doing? And I need A41. World record pace. I know I'm quiet, but hopefully it's alright just being here. Stickers. Alright, there's one sticker. And there's a second sticker. Alrighty. Now D113 and D213. This is being very picky with like, it needs to be not one little bit extra. Doot doot doot. Alright. Now I need A37 slash A39 and A36 slash A39. Whew, running out of steam. Running out of steam. I think I'll probably finish up the legs and then maybe take a break for the day. That could be good. I might have shaved a little bit too much there. Alright, and that's that. Now time to put it all together. That's one. And that's two. With two identical sets. How is that going to work? Oh, okay. You can like twist it. Twist the top so you can have it face any direction. That's handy. Uh-oh. More stickers. Alright, sticker time. Alrighty. We're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. Two legs. Alright. I'm gonna break and come back later. See you soon. Alrighty. It is about a year later. When I stopped last time, I was probably like 15 minutes away from finishing. So it should have just powered through. Oh well. But here it is, right on the left there. It is posed and pretty cool looking. Right next to the one I got from Japan, which was way easier to build, way less time consuming. But yeah, the fourth channel I mentioned earlier, that's out. Who the Doctor Who podcast. It's going to be right at the top of the description, so go check it out. Give it a sub. I appreciate it. Have a good one.